Hello, my name is LanSirr and welcome back to Dawncraft Echoes of Legends. In this video, I'm going to show you how to get unlimited levels, unlimited XP, the easiest farming setup to do it in Dawncraft Echoes of Legends, up to date that I know. I've made a video about this before with kind of like an auto chicken farm, but I've actually kind of simplified this and like reduced like what you need to do, but it's actually much better in my opinion. So we're going to start with level 1 here. We'll kind of go through everything you need in order to become the most OP levels you can get. So we need an auto wheat farm for this setup. So with an auto wheat farm, you're going to need to know a little bit about create. You're not going to need to know too much stuff. I'm not going to run through every single thing. I'm going to kind of give you an overview of like this setup. So this is the farm that you're going to need to create. I'm going to fly above it so you can see the setup. Pretty much all you're looking at is how the dirt is set up. This is the most efficient way to do it. I put 2 water sources on the side. You're going to want to make a radial chassis, linear chassis, which if you go into create, if you've never done it, you can just go into your thing down here. You can add create, and here's everything create that you need. So I said you need radial chassis. So to get something like that, so let's just actually just type it in. It's easier, but that'll show you everything in create. Radial chassis, you'll need andesite alloy, you'll need logs. Andesite comes from zinc and andesite that you mine. You can get that pretty easily. And then in order to get the radial chassis, then you're going to need linear chassis. We'll type that in here as well. But these are not set up correctly. They should be set up like this. So you'll need linear chassis. Linear... there it is. So again, andesite, you're going to need logs across. That'll give you this. You're going to need something called a mechanical bearing. So look this up, mechanical bearing. So that's an andesite casing, shaft, and that. So to do a casing, it's pretty easy. I'll explain it real quick. So you're going to want to get a log, any log. You're going to use oak. You're going to need an axe. Just get this axe. You're gonna put the log down, you're gonna right click it, and you're gonna take the bark off of it. So whenever you do that, you're gonna take your andesite alloy that you've been making for the other stuff, and so when you take your andesite alloy, you're just gonna right click it. Now you have andesite casing, and so that will be what you need to start into this with making the andesite casing. Shafts, just 2 andesite alloy, pretty easy. That'll make your mechanical bearing. I'm gonna go down below here. And you want this automated, so all it is a water wheel, flat. You place the water source block over here, which I'll just show you so you can just see every little piece of this. So I will place this block. As you can see, it stopped spinning. You'll just place the water in the corner here with it in this kind of a pattern. It's pretty easy to see. And that will spin it. It's a shaft going right up into that mechanical bearing, as you see. So that's it for the base of it. And so as you can see, it is now spinning a certain direction. If you want to stop it, you just come up to the mechanical bearing under it and you hit it and it will stop it. So that's like the basic start of the foundation of what you need to set this up. Just make sure those linear chassis are this way and not this way. You're going to want them to be side to side. You're going to need slime. So with the radial chassis, you are going to need to add slime to it in order to have it stick the radial chassis or the linear chassis to it. So if there's no slime, it's going to show you. As you can see, it doesn't stick. But if I stop it, I break, I add slime, a slime ball. Attach this. Now, it all moves as one. So you're going to need that. Next, you're going to need the harvester itself. So mechanical harvester, it's actually what does it all. So we'll come in here, mechanical harvester. You're going to have to really know how to get into this. You need an iron sheet. So to do that, you're going to have to set up a press. I kind of made a whole video on how to do all that on the channel. I'm not going to get into the press and the machines and stuff, but you'll need to make these mechanical harvesters. If you want to just check that out, it's pretty simple. It's all you do is, again, come into create. You're gonna need to, work some power and stuff like that to actually get it. Where's the press? You'll get the press top and then the base. I think I missed it. It's probably right up here. Mixer, mechanical press here. Pretty simple to make. And then you'll need the base to it, which is right here. The depot. Again, simple. You just have to hook it up. I have a whole video on how to do that. I found there's a lot of create videos out there on how to do this. So once you get that, I don't know if you have to slime this, but I'm going to anyways. You're going to put your 4 mechanical harvesters here. I think we just got struck by lightning. So you put your 4 mechanical harvesters that are auto, that make sure that they go with the way it's moving. See how mine's going this way? You're going to want it that way. Then you're going to come into create. You're going to get an item called, you're going to get an item called a portable storage interface. So to click it, see how to make it. It's just a chute and a sight casing. Chute, again, you'll need to press it. You're going to want this because this is what is going to auto put out the items. So portable storage interface, you're going to need to make 2 of these. You're going to put this on the end. Then you're going to need, just put a chest down. Do a double chest. I'm actually going to put the chests over here. No, I'll put them over here. Put the chest over here. So we'll spin this just to get it in line, because this is going to empty out all of our inventory. So we'll do this, get it in line. We'll put the portable one. You're going to need it to attach to it, so you're going to want to put your chest here, and then another portable on the chest, like so. Well, 1 block, I mean. There has to be a 1 block gap. I put it too close. Nope, not that way. Do this. Like so. It'll be 1 block right into the chest. And so that'll be your start. So let's just start this machine. So we'll start to spin it. The harvester and everything's going to work. Just to show you that it spins. And it's going to auto deposit anything. So we're not done yet here. So you're going to want to stop this. And again, just add a chest onto the top in order to have it, you know, store stuff. Also, you can get the wrench, which again is also in the create, and you're going to set these to 1. We'll go wrench. It looks like this. Wrench is really simple to make. So if you come above this, you'll see the sticky sides. Just put it down to 1. It's just going to make sure it's just grabbing from the 1 section beside it. And then so whenever you get that done, you'll put the chest back up here. I don't double stack them. You don't probably have to put this many, but kind of like the look of what it looks like. So now you have a full working setup. Now all we have to do is get wheat seeds. And we're going to plant all this, of course. You'll have to get the hoe, diamond hoe, whatever you're going to use. So let's go ahead and get all of this. The water beside it's going to turn it into farmland or fertile. Now, wherever you stop this machine at, it's going to stop. It's going to break the land. So make sure once you get it going, it will stop randomly, but just keep checking on it every once in a while, or it might have destroyed the land without you knowing. So let's just set all this up real quick. The reason why we're going to use wheat is because we're going to raise certain types of animals. Of course, if you know Minecraft, it's going to be chickens, sheep, and cows. And I'll kind of explain why. There's this particular reason. You can use a lot of different animals, but those I think are the best. We're going to start moving this. Well, as you can see, oh, I didn't stick them. Oh yeah, you put them on the back. I just did that wrong. You're going to put these on the back, not the top. So slime the back of this. Same process. Messed that up. You're going to have to break these. Put the chest on the back here, and then now the sticky piston, or the slime will work to keep them with it. There you go. And now those will auto store themselves if the chest is full, and so you'll never lose pretty much any items. Like if you don't check it for a long time, you won't lose the items, or they won't despawn. You're gonna want to do that. So let's hoe this whole land. We'll get all this set up here. Perfect. One last spot. Some of it won't get farmed, but it's whatever. Next thing you want to do is you need to put glass on this. There's a different seasons within Minecraft, so you're going to want to glass this whole thing because you're going to want to keep the snow. You're just want to keep this farm going as long as you can because of all the supplies that you're going to need to kind of get this experience farm going. So glass, just sand. Make sure to leave a little opening here, which we will encase everything within this, but we'll leave that open so we can reach it, like so. And you're going to encase this whole thing, probably just 2 levels, don't have to go crazy. As long as it doesn't hit anything, it should be good. So I'm going to encase this just to really show everybody the exact process so you know that this is exactly what I've been doing to get, you know, up to level 225. So, and again, this works with any crop too. You don't just have to grow this. You can grow a little bit of this, some other stuff if you want, but this is what you're going to want to definitely do to get the XP farm set up. Hopefully I'm not messing it up. Been doing that weird. This glass shouldn't take too much longer. Glass. Okay, now we have a farm completely encased, and again, it's just to keep it away from the weather. So, as this farm goes, all of this is going to grow, which we can just come in here. Let's just get some bone meal just to get a little bit going here. Get bone meal. Even if it breaks, like you just seen, the harvester will pick it up. Well, normally it picks it up. No, it doesn't pick it up, so be careful. So we'll get that going. Let's see if there's any items in here. It hasn't deposited any yet. Usually the chests have to kind of fill, and then the items will get put in. Oh, no, they don't. I messed up. So you need to put a hopper on the back of this. So make sure after you put this, you'll put the hopper, and then the chest should work now. Believe that should deposit it now. Or is it under? Might be under. Hopper below. Yes, that worked. So you need to hopper this actually down into chests. So maybe make it one higher. Again, this is just me trying to quick show you. I didn't think this through completely. So yeah, now that's auto depositing. So make sure you put the hopper to a chest. So as you can see, this is now filling up. Let's just double check it. We'll put more bone meal right here. So break it. Should stop for like 1 more second longer. Now it's depositing everything that it got into the chest. So now we have a working wheat farm here. It's going to give you unlimited amounts of wheat and seeds. So let's just get this. Now you've got, you know, a good amount of this. You're going to want to get chickens, get sheep, get cows. There's an item in this game called an end lead. I think it's an end lead. Yes, ender lead. What this does, and I'll show you how to make it, is you can just go up to any animal and you can just collect them. Ender pearl this, or you can do it the old way, lead them into this setup. I'll show you kind of how this works. Let's just go find, hopefully there's a cow or sheep close by. So here we have a chicken. You can just click, and now they're in the lead. Then you fly over, and so fly over. Let's just say this one's our chicken farm. Right click, now you can put the chickens in there. I'm not going to do that. We're just going to do it the easy way by just spawning in chickens. So let's just say we did all that. Let's get, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 chickens. We're going to do the same thing here with cows. And we're going to do the same thing with sheep. The reason why you want to do this is because all the food that's coming out of this farm is going to be for these 3 kinds of animals. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We actually had a baby one. Okay, 10 in each of those. One of the chickens got out. Okay, so I'm gonna turn the animals down, or they're gonna get really annoying. So you have your 3 here. Chickens, you're gonna have to just do in a different way. But with the cows, there's actually, or sheep and cow, there's actually a whole separate thing you can do here. And I'm gonna show you, and then I'll explain why you want to do this. So let's take our fence. Let's just double up the front side. Let's do the back side of the fence. I'm just gonna show you kind of I didn't mean to do that. So we'll double this up. And what this is gonna do, we'll put these fences here, is now if I break this, the sheep still can't get through this. They should not be able to get through this, but the baby sheep can. So if we do wheat here, put some more in our inventory. If we hold this, the baby ones can get through. And so kind of the idea of what you want to do here with the cattle and the sheep is you're going to have kind of a push out section where one side of it you just continue to breed, and then the back side of it you're going to actually have them grow and then be able to come into this section and harvest the animals. So again, let's just, you know, mate some of these, and then we'll have the baby spawn, and they can come through the back side of this. And so after you have so many animals like spawn, like if we leave them alone, you'll actually have like a push out section. With chickens, you can't do that. You're just gonna have to just come in here and manually do it. You could still do this because, you know, you want a section where, let's say you leave it 1 open like this. Maybe this is the fill section that you want to kind of have where they fill into. But we'll get into why you want to do this, because you want a surplus. So you want this to like keep going. Again, on my channel, I have a video about like the auto deployer, or the deployer that can help auto do this while you're like doing other stuff. And so you can come back with it, but manually isn't that bad. And if you have this farm going, like I said, you're going to have a ton of this. So this is just a farm setup. That's kind of all step 1. I know that was a lot. I just want to make sure to explain it all. You're going to want something like this set up for sure. Especially these 3 animals. All the food's going to come from this unlimited amount. Step 2. I just posted a video on the best enchanting table setup. So you're going to want to make it, have it done. It's the crystalline level at least. I would suggest you can kind of do any level. But this next step is super important. And again, this is for unlimited experience, limited levels. You're going to want to do this. You're going to want to be able to make tomes. So on a whole video, I explained tomes, how to make them. I'll kind of run through just for a second. Tome of weaponry is what you're going to want. It's with blaze powder, books. You can find blaze powder or blaze rods in the mage towers, all that type of stuff. You're going to want to get a bunch of it. You're going to want to make these books. I said a 64 with the kind of 3rd tier shelf that we talked about in the last video, or one of the videos. So you're going to want to keep enchanting until you get something called Knowledge of the Ages. It's a book. I could just spawn it in, but this is how you get it. You're going to want to just keep doing this until you get it right there. Knowledge of the Ages. So if you read this, enemy drops are directly converted to experience. That is exactly what you want. Now there is a max Knowledge of the Ages, which we'll just type in here just to show you. Max is level 4. So if you can get level 4, you're going to soar up in levels. But what we're going to pretty much create is the perfect experience weapon. And to do that, we have a diamond sword. Take that out. We're going to do this a few times. We need looting as high level as we can. We need scavenger. Like here's a looting 4, scavenger 1. That's a great book. Let's just do this a few more times. Let's do like 10. We'll just keep seeing some of these enchantments that we get here. So what was that? 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. So you have all these books. Some of them have double stack stuff. In the last video, we actually also talked about, or in the enchantment one, we talked about the library. You're going to need this. And again, this is, hopefully you're in a part of the game that you can do this. Let's insert all these books, which when you do that, it separates all the enchantments out. So to create the best, and again, you can use any weapon, doesn't have to be diamond sword, I'm just using that. Where you want to make a knowledge of the ages, unbreaking, mending sword. Now mending is optional, you don't have to, but you don't want the sword to break, especially if you get high level knowledge of the ages. So we click knowledge of the ages, we'll take that out. We want to get a scavenger because it will roll their loot tables, which can help in times. And then we want to get of course looting, and we have looting 4 that we can get out of this. There's higher levels of looting, of course. The highest, get the highest you can, and then we can get unbreaking 5. So again, the diamond sword could hold 19. Currently we're sitting at what, 5, 9, 10, 11, as you can see with the enchantment points. We add those together, 11 out of 19. We'll just make this sword. I'm just trying to give you an idea, and then I'll create like the super sword. So anvil, throw this in here, throw the book. It's going to cost you levels, but now you can custom create a sword that is just used for this, what you need. So let's go, let's just clear everything real quick, and then we'll go into normal so I can show you. I don't know what level I currently am. I am not currently any level. So we now have this sword, knowledge age 1, scavenger 1, looting 4, unbreaking 5. Now, let's say we get to the section with, you know, your extra ones. The baby animals do not give experience, so don't even waste your time. Sheep, 10 levels from 1 sheep. Chickens, really good. They drop eggs as well. So when you can stand in here, you can get the eggs, you can still feed them, you can throw the eggs, chickens will spawn. 1 chicken, 5 levels. And it's random because, again, it's going to be depending upon the loot, you know, what loot it's getting. So as you can see, just from those 2, we're already 15 levels in. And again, I like chickens the most because you can get these eggs, you can stand in here, you can still feed them, you can just keep spawning a ton of them. So that is how you're going to get unlimited levels. It is time consuming, but it's the easiest way in this game, I promise you, to get it. So let's just see like what a maxed out. So if you just kept going doing this, you kept getting knowledge of the ages 4. Let's say you ended up getting, what is it, looting 7. You got scavenger 3. And you created the most perfect looting weapon that we can. Maybe there's other enchantments you can add, but I think these are the best 3. So now you have this insane weapon here that is going to give you a ton of levels. So we'll go back into survival and we'll just kind of see. We're at level 15 currently. Go back in here. Let's just start with the chicken. So level 15 here. We just went to 31 because of all of those enchantments that we just put on this. And you're going to want, if you get knowledge ages 4, you're going to want unbreaking, you're going to want mending, things to keep, life mending to keep this alive. Again, egg. So now we can come over here to a cow. We can get to the cow. Here we go. 10 levels there. Sheep. Few levels there. So, and again, this really depends on the loot. It'll just be random at times. You can keep doing this over and over. So now let's say we did that. We come over here now. We want to enchant. Let's throw a book in here. Cost 60. So let's get to level 60. Okay, there we go. We're at level 60. Okay, we want to do another tome. We got knowledge ages 2 in this one. You get your book. Put it in here. We're level 60. We need to go up more levels to use them because we need to stay 60. If I can get this cow. This cow's fast. Now we're back to 67. And so now this process you can just keep doing over and over and over again, whether it is to get high levels, whether it's to get high levels for enchanting or any kind of thing that you need the high levels for. This is kind of the full guide into everything you kind of need to know about those things when it comes to knowledge of the ages, the farm setup. So there's another guide. I have a ton of guides on my channel. I'm also doing a playthrough myself, so check those out. But if you want a guide on anything specific, leave a comment below. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. I'll see you in the next one.